Season 5 of Body and Mind, brought to you by beverage partners Lacno Healthy Living Juices and Oasis Box Drinking Water, hygiene partners Cool & Cool, and associate sponsors Nutridor Abevia, Allium Chicken and NutriCook. 2020 has been an incredibly tough year for the world, and all we can do as a human race is stay strong and do everything in our power to stay afloat. We can certainly learn that from our doctors, nurses and frontline workers who have been selflessly serving us and helping the UAE get back on its feet during this pandemic. Now let's get down to business. Last season we kicked off with Aqua Fun, and this season I'm ready to dive into Aqua Power class here at the Dubai Marina Intercontinental. But before we do that, let's remember the times that we are in. I'm going to quickly sanitize with my Cool & Cool sanitizer before I get into the pool. It's time to meet Shan, the founder and instructor of Aquapower. Hey Shan, how's it going?
Very good, thank you.
First of all, thank you for accommodating me so early in the morning.
Thank you for coming.
Tell me a little bit about Aquapower. What is it all about?
So Aquapower is our new class that we launched about 8 months ago, just before the pandemic. We have our cardio, but we use our bikes that are very famous. People are loving for the Aquaspin signature class. And we've also incorporated some other water exercises like water dumbbells, water barbells, resistance bands. So there you get your power section, and then you still get your cardio from the bike. So all round full body.
To me, this sounds just like gym in a pool. It sounds like pretty much the same workouts, but why did you decide to do it in a pool setting, besides the obvious point that it's a lot more fun?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. We're keeping our body temperature down. We're keeping cool all year round, so it's really good. And it's also a lot easier on the joints, so we can cater for absolutely everybody. If you're a beginner or if you're an expert, if you have any kind of injuries or pregnancies, like it really is for everybody, all fitness levels. So that's why, 'cause it is so just gentle on the body.
Okay, so this is obviously my first class. Do you have any tips for me?
Just enjoy it, like learn the exercises.
Just enjoy it.
I have to say that. Enjoy it, don't push yourself too much because we want you to come back and like push ourselves further. But no, just enjoy it. Do as much as you can, work to your own fitness level, to your own ability. Don't try and copy the person next to you, and just have fun with it.
I'll try to stay as original as I can for the 45-minute spin class. Let's do this.
Let's get going.
Before going in, I was a little bit concerned because I have had accidents during spin classes before. So I was a little bit worried. Plus, it's in the water, so I was worried if, it might add to the danger element. But actually, it was really nice and quite easy on my knees and ligaments as well, because you're not really stomping on hard surface. So I really enjoyed it.
Aquaspin, it's in the pool, it's outdoors, so you're getting the sun, which is great. It's fun, the trainers are really energetic, so you feel that the energy is there throughout the whole class, and the 45 minutes goes by pretty quickly, in fact.
Because of the lockdown and everything, I haven't really been out a lot, not been doing any outdoor activities. So it was great to get a little bit of vitamin D. I've gone really pale, so I probably got a little bit of a tan. At the same time, had a fun workout in the water.
It's been a massive help for my recovery. I do a lot of sports, particularly football, normal spinning. And for me, aqua spinning, it just means it's a lot faster to recover, a lot of pressure on the joints, it's easier to move, and you recover a lot faster. So it's actually helped me, I suppose, get back playing soccer a lot faster. So it's been very good.
There is a big fun element to it, but at the same time, you do get a good workout out of it because you're using, the water pressure, the natural tension that comes from being underwater. It is fun. At the same time, you get a good workout out of it. Besides that, the instructor told me that I won't be sore tomorrow, which was music to my ears. Gosh, although I've been underwater for so long, I'm parched. I'm dying to get a swig of water, and I'm just going to get my Oasis Box Drinking Water because it comes in such a beautiful Tetra Pak packaging.
The most important thing for me was obviously getting back into shape, just kind of getting out the house again. So about 6 weeks after I had baby, I started running, but I felt, well, obviously because you're kind of a little bit crooked, I just really couldn't get to where I was before I was pregnant with my second one. So I met Sean, and Sean said, why don't you come and try Aquaspin? And within the first session, I already felt I could start powering really quick. The water was really good for endurance. So every time I come to aqua spinning, I'm getting better and better at it without any aches and pains anyway.
Aqua spin is gentle on the knees, gentle on the joints. So even if you had injury, you come back to explain to Shen, she will adapt the exercise for you. I think it's good for everybody.
Guys, although I've had a lot of pool water, it's time for me to drink the real stuff. So I'm going to take a sip of my Lacno Healthy Living pomegranate juice. The potent anti-inflammatory properties in this prepares me for a great workout. It is also very good for your ligaments and joints. So I'm going to take a sip of this, and after that I'm going to head on home for some food. So make sure you join me. Evening tea for me after a long, hard day is a must. It invigorates and refreshes my senses. And when my tea is paired with Abevia evaporated milk, it is a brew made in heaven. Abevia evaporated milk is packed with vitamins, calcium, and not only does it add goodness to your tea, but to your life as well. My evening tea with Abevia evaporated milk is precious. So I'm going to enjoy this and get ready to welcome a very special guest at home. So see you in a bit. Welcome back to Season 5 of Body and Mind, brought to you by beverage partners Lacno Healthy Living Juices and Oasis Boxed Drinking Water, hygiene partners Cool & Cool, and associate sponsors Nutridor Abevia, Allium Chicken, and NutriCook. I am so excited because this is definitely my favorite segment of the show, food. Throughout the season on the food segment, we will be preparing healthy and immunity-boosting food, which has never been more important, especially for the current climate that we're living in. The central ingredients for tonight's dinner are seasonal fruits and vegetables, and one of my all-time favorite herbs, not only because it really amps up the flavor in any food, it has a myriad of medicinal benefits, but also for the current climate that we live in, it is possibly one of the most effective social distancing enforcers. Garlic. And I have Chef Amrish here with me tonight. Thank you so much for coming and cooking for me. You are such a darling. The food smells amazing. Now, Chef, I want to ask you, because you're not just a chef, you are a chef trainer, consultant. You have worked for Michelin star chefs, restaurant groups across the world. Why did you choose garlic and seasonal fruits and vegetables to open this season?
I think now everybody is looking for something which can increase your immune system.
Absolutely.
And
I wonder why.
Yeah. So I want to share the information about the garlic through my cooking, something which I have learned at home while working as a professional chef. And garlic is an excellent herb or a vegetable or a tuber vegetable which we can use in our cooking. But we have seen garlic used in cooking mainly when we prepare a savory dish. But here I want to share how we can use the garlic in different way, in different forms and different styles. So this is something which I want to share with my dishes.
Chef, I've already started eating. I'm so rude, but please tell us about this dish. It tastes and smells unbelievable. My entire apartment smells of this in the best way possible. I mean this.
Now this dish is inspired from Tibet. And the classical name or the traditional name for this dish is shapta. So it's a very localized dish which is inspired from India and from China for the Tibetans who are living in that part of the world.
So what is the star vegetable or fruit that you've used in this?
In this I have used Sichuan pepper, which is a great stimulant, and it's considered to be very good for digestion also and for the skin also. Then I have used the seasonal jackfruit, which is now available. It's raining in India now, and jackfruit we see everywhere in every home.
If you didn't tell me this is jackfruit, I would never believe it. I thought it was chicken.
Yeah.
It tastes nothing like a jackfruit. And I'm a South Indian, you know, it is jackfruit, like we get it in abundance where I come from.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's very, very, it almost reminds me of like a pickled jackfruit salad, but with that Eastern touch to it, you know.
So apart from that, I have used some spring onion in this. I have used some sweet peppers, and of course, I'm very fond of using the seasonal green herbs in my cooking. So I have used some green coriander, I have used some ginger, I have used some local lamb lettuce leaves.
Really spicy. I love spicy foods, and this totally works for me. And of course, jackfruit is such an amazing, amazing ingredient. Not only is it great for immunity boosting, rich in vitamin C, it is also fantastic for the skin, right? Okay, so moving on from the jackfruit dish to the main course. Tell us about this, chef.
Now, in this dish, what we have done, we have prepared three different components. There are three different components to this dish.
You took a long time preparing this one, didn't you? Yes, tell us.
So we have got a chicken kebab, which we have taken a chicken breast, and we have stuffed it with some chicken mince and some goat cheese, along with some ginger, green cardamom powder, and some white pepper powder in it. And then we have made a roulade of the chicken breast. So what we have done after rolling the chicken with the stuffing, we have controlled the cooking of the chicken in the water. So basically we have poached the chicken in a water, and once the chicken is cooked, we have just slightly seasoned it with some goat cheese, some hunkered and cream, and a little bit of Indian spices. Along with that, I have got a kurma sauce here with me. Now again,
What's the base of this kurma sauce?
The base of this kurma sauce is brown onion and the curd. What we have done, we have fried the onions, blended to a fine puree with some yogurt, and then we have continued the cooking along with some ginger garlic paste and some milk and cream in it.
What I personally like about this is that our appetizer, the jackfruit dish, has got a real punch to it, very robust flavors. And this, although it is extremely flavorful, it is not very strong on your palate. I don't know if my tongue is still tingling from the Szechuan peppers that you've used over there. But it's a nice, juicy dish at the same time, very healthy as well. The ingredients that you've chosen in this. And of course, we've used Acumen chicken breasts, which is free of antibiotics, no added hormones. And believe it or not, this chicken is vegetarian. It has only had 100% vegetarian diet throughout.
Also, we are serving a wild rice bhel. Normally, like we see the bhel with white rice in the west part of India. So there is some Western influence in the dish. So we have taken the wild rice, and we have just added some seasonal fruits like green mangoes, green apples, which are coming now in the market, along with some cucumber, tomatoes, seasoned with some lemon juice and some salt.
Chef, I'm salivating. I need to know about this dish. This is what I have been eyeing the entire night. Just have a look at this. This is so beautiful. Guys, like, listen to me. There is garlic in this dessert. Have you ever heard or seen of garlic going into dessert? How did you pull that off? Tell me about that.
So what we have done, we have sliced the garlic, and then we have soaked the garlic in vinegar for 25 to 30 minutes. So that will pull all the pungency from the garlic. Then we have blanched the garlic 3 times in the water to ensure there is no acidity left in the garlic. And then we have continued the cooking of garlic in milk till it's reduced to half.
You know, I just realized that I've been biting into chunks of garlic just now, but normally you couldn't imagine biting into a chunk of garlic without like getting a shock. But I'm able to eat it. I'm actually able to bite into garlic and along with fruits. Who would have thought? This is like nothing I've ever tasted.
And then we have flavored it with some green cardamom powder. And also, like most of the time, like kids, they run away from having garlic at home. So this is one way of like creating their interest or having a bent towards the garlic, so they can start love garlic through the dessert, and then we can pull them slowly towards the main dishes.
Chef, I'm no kid, and I need no reason to be pulled towards garlic because I'm all about the garlic. This is such a beautiful dish. And another thing, I mean, throughout this evening, as I mentioned earlier, the theme is garlic. Especially for the women watching at home, you should know that garlic is actually great for your skin. because it reduces the depletion of collagen, which means that it's got anti-aging properties as well. So garlic overall is a star, and you brought back my love for jackfruit with that appetizer right there.
Thank you, Aishwarya.
Chef, thank you
My
so
pleasure.
much. You have made my soul happy and given me a mini tour of India with these dishes that are inspired from so many different parts and historical inspiration as well. Thank
Pleasure
you
is
so
mine.
much.
Thank you.
Guys, that was such a treat with Chef Amrish. Now, after all that garlic that I've consumed, I think it's probably a good idea for me to go brush my teeth before my production crew gets repulsed by my breath. So why don't you guys go take a break, and there's more on the other side. Welcome back to Body and Mind Season 5, brought to you by beverage partners Lacno Healthy Living Juices and Oasis Boxed Drinking Water, hygiene partners Cool & Cool, and associate sponsors Nutri-Dor Abevia, Allium Chicken, and Nutri-Cook. What is energy? Is it a flow, a charge, or a trigger to the mind and body? Or is it something that defines the world, the universe, even the entire cosmos? What am I talking about? Well, stay tuned, because we will unravel some mysteries today at the Lee Wellness Center. I would like to introduce you to a very special man. He has worked with the stars, and he is a world-renowned energy healer. Please say hello to Mr. Lee. Hi, Lee.
Hello.
I'm so excited to be here with you.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. I have so many questions for you, as does the world, I would imagine. I'm sure you know,
Yes.
living in the time that we are in right now, that it has been tough. It's like nothing we've ever experienced before. People are looking for answers. They're looking for hope. They're looking for positive affirmations.
Yes.
And this is where you kind of come in, right? Because
Yes.
when the future looks a bit bleak, you're looking for answers. They look for someone who can possibly give them those answers.
They look for energy, someone who can come in and give them positivity on their energy, can tell them how things are going to change for them, how their life's going to pan out. And of course, like you say, there's been a lot going on at the moment in the world. So people are coming for energy readings. So I'd like to give you one.
Absolutely. I'm so excited because I know that you've done so many readings for the stars, Sanjay Dutt being one, if you've heard that name before, slight name drop over there. And so many people right from the UK to, the rest of the world. And I'm very excited that you're going to be doing my reading today. So how do we do this?
We're going to do it on energy. So I want you to draw me a picture. With this also, I can pick up where you've got blockages in your body without me putting my hands on you to feel your blockages. So that's one thing I am going to slightly look at in your drawing. Another thing is I'm going to look at where your negative and where your positive is with you. And then when I find that, after I analyze that, I will bang the tuning tubes and I will take your blockages away from you.
This is a lot to take in. I've never imagined that I could doodle on a piece of paper and somebody could tell me my blockages, but I will believe you. I mean, if you're good enough for Sanjay, that you are good enough for me.
Thank you.
All right.
So use all the colors.
All the colors. Okay.
Your picture's looking very good because you're looking at a brighter part. You've done one duck. So to me, you feel quite singled out, like I've already said to you, because I was reading it through your ring and through this at the same time. You've got the tree there, which you feel is a lot of growth coming to you. You know there's a lot of growth. There is different like apples or little blemishes in the tree. So you know there's a few things that's hanging that you're waiting to come down to the ground to happen for you. So you're waiting for new contracts to happen, you're waiting for strong signatures. I can also see there's a few mountains in front of you. You feel at the moment that you've climbed quite a few mountains. You feel that you've been going up and down for quite a while. But it's all starting to move in together. And the birds are of freedom. So I also feel that with your work, I don't feel this is with your personal life, with your work, you are going to be traveling to different destinations. You are going to be offered and asked, can you do filming in different destinations? But I feel although you've done 5 birds, I feel it's 4 countries that you will go to, because you will go back to the same one quite a few times, which is Dubai.
Lee, this is truly mind-boggling. Just by looking at a picture that I doodled, you hit the nail on the head on so many levels. Of course, a few things are yet to play out in terms of, you mentioned the companionship and love and all of those things. I am more than impressed with everything you've just said. So is that all? Is it?
I think what we need to do is, I would like to just bang the tuning tube, and because I want to work on your solar plexus, so I want to take away any blockages on your solar plexus as things can come in for you.
Sure, please unblock my solar plexus.
So just close your eyes for a second for me, and I just want you to listen to the noise, extremely listen to the noise, and leave this noise vibrate through your body. Think of 2 fingers up from your belly button, your solar plexus. And now you can open your eyes. So any blockages that you had in your solar plexus now will be coming out through your feet.
Lee, I don't know what to say. My mind is blown. This has been absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much for that session. I'm not done here at the Lee Wellness Center. Up next, I'm going to iron out a few things, like my elemental imbalances, whatever that means. We'll find out in just a bit. So after my little session with Lee, I feel like I've had a dive into the past and a glimpse into the future, and I'm still in shock. Remember, I said I'm gonna have my elements imbalanced looked at? So I'm gonna say hello to a good friend of mine, Yogesh, who is a quantum energy healer. Correct?
Right, that's perfect.
All right, Yogesh. So can you just tell us a little bit about what all this means?
Okay, let me clear it. Like, see, this word quantum means like it is sort of a zone where you can clear your energies, the 5 elements. The elemental misbalance means like one of my elements is not working proper. We have 2 bodies. I hope you know that. One is the energy body, which we cannot see, and one is the physical body.
Yes.
So we need these 5 elements to be resonated both sides. So after the calculations, what I can see in the grid, it's showing SW, that means southwest. The house, when you enter into the house, the southwest of the house is your favorite place. You can see that the second grid shows the 5 elements. So your element, according to your energetics and according to the villa number, becomes air. Air is an element which connects with fire. Do you cook every day or?
I cook often, not every day.
Okay, which means like the fire needs air. So you connect with the zone where you need to move around. You cannot sit at one place for a long time. That's your inborn element, which is air. Third grid, which is called your house, that when we enter the villa number, what calculations we are getting is like a house has happiness, anger, balance, spiritual zone, a lot of zones. So what you connect at this moment is peace, which means it has traveled from balance to anger to peace. Coming to these points, why we were talking about these grids were like, what I have come to know after studying the grid is like there is a lot of spiral happening around you. So the major way to test the spiral is I will have to just check the light in your hand. So can I see your right hand?
Sure.
You're right-handed, right?
Yes.
So let me see how your lights are working. See, if you see major lights of yours are not working, only one point is working. So what I'll be doing is I will be giving you this electrode to be holding on the left hand because you're a right-handed person, and this device is called the AccuDoctor, where I will be seeing how much energy leak is happening in your hand. Mama, it's like a lot of energy leak happening around you, which means like we'll have to clear this energy leaks, and for clearing you can just leave this. For this clearing, are you okay with a slight current?
Sure, slight, yeah.
Okay, so let me just clear this energy blocks. So let this move.
That is current, all
to
right.
the fire zone. Just take a deep breath, and 2 more times. Great, done. So let me check whether the light has moved from this point to the other point. See if you can see the light has moved, which means this shows that
it had this tingling effect to it.
yeah, that's the block which we sometimes have in the emotional zone. So you need to clear those blocks. So
I'm
coming
just
to
going
the
to
point,
quickly sanitize my hands.
Yeah, that's great.
After that. Let's not forget we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Yes. Yogesh, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this energy healing thing. He's incredible. This is just, just a smidget of what he can do. He can do so much more than this. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
And this is such a unique subject. It is so intriguing, especially in these times that is filled with uncertainty. I feel like I got a little bit of direction, but of course there are so much more. There are so many answers that still need to be tackled. All that cannot be covered in one episode. I will make sure to come back. I know this is not a one-time thing. It is a process. So guys, that's all on this episode of Body and Mind Season 5. Make sure you tune in same time next week.